Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews. Today, I got another Irish whiskey. This is Jameson Caskmates. So I got the whiskey jug pulled up over here, and I'm going to give you guys some information. So the distiller is Jameson, also known as Middleton. Middleton's actually the name of the big company. The mash bill of this is a blend of Irish single pot still, malted and unmalted barley. It says plus grain whiskey. Cask is ex-bourbon and ex-stout. Age is an NAS. ABV is 40% alcohol by volume, or ABV. And we're going to crack this open and go over the color. So this is actually a new label. So it's a lot different, so you might see a different label if you go to look for this in the stores. So technically this is actually the same juice as Jameson. It's just finished in craft beer barrels, and this one was finished in a stout barrel. So this is the stout edition. On the back it says with additional rich flavors of coffee, cocoa, and gentle hints of hops. Now I got some notes on the whiskey jug. Nose supposed to be coffee, malt, cocoa, candied citrus, toffee, and spice. So let's go for the nose. So it smells a lot like a traditional Jameson Irish whiskey, the original one. So it has a lot of that like citrus on the nose. A little bit of spice, kind of like a baking spice almost. Cocoa, so definitely like a kind of like a bitter, kind of like dark chocolate. And to me, I'm also getting like a little bit of like a roastiness, kind of. I'm guessing that's probably from that coffee. And it's also very malty as well. A little earthy. Definitely has a little bit of that toffee sweetness to it as well. But let's go for the taste. So the taste is supposed to be hazelnut, cinnamon, citrus, roasted malt, and cocoa. So the taste right up front, you get a lot of like the same flavor you would get like your regular Jameson. So you get lots of citrus. Definitely a little bit of cinnamon, kind of like a baking spice. So like I said, the citrus is definitely pretty strong on this, pretty prominent. Roasted malt. So that roasted malt, I kind of get more with like the finish, kind of with that coffee. So it does have like a, definitely like a very strong malty taste. But the coffee works with it and creates kind of like that roasted kind of malt flavor. To me, I don't really get much of the cocoa or the chocolate on the straight up front taste. I get it a lot on the finish, and the finish is supposed to be long. Malt, cocoa, citrus. It says malt twice. Coffee and earth. So to me, I get like a nice, like lingering kind of like bitter chocolatiness. Some of that coffee. It finishes a little earthy, kind of grassy. So that earthiness is kind of from those hops, picking up a little bit of those hops from that barrel. The citrus definitely lingers as well. The malt is also pretty prominent throughout the whole flavor. So to me, the finish is a little dry and astringent. Kind of with that, the bitter chocolatiness and the earthy kind of hop flavor kind of creates a little bit of an astringency. But it's not bad. It's actually really smooth and mellow. This is actually a really good sipper. I don't really need to chase it or anything or add ice. So yeah, I kind of think of this as a like a chocolate Jameson, honestly. I'm picking up a lot more of the cocoa rather than the coffee on the palate. So the malt pretty much is pretty strong throughout the whole flavor. So like I said, you're getting a lot of those typical Jameson, regular, original Jameson notes, along with more of kind of that like stout finish. So when they say this is finished in a stout barrel, you definitely get a lot of those characteristics from that stout barrel, I should say. I don't know if I went over the color, but it is definitely like a nice caramel color, so you can see, as you guys probably know, Jameson's usually kind of like a golden color, and this is going towards caramel, so you can see that the barrel actually has a pretty big impact on the color of the whiskey, and the finish totally is impacted by the barrel. Overall, I think this is a great whiskey. Price. Whiskey Jug says average price is $37. But I found this bottle for $30. I seen the other one, the IPA edition, for $30 as well. So maybe I can get it for a lot cheaper than people normally do in my area. But that's what I bought it at. I bought it for $30. Even at $37, I totally think it's worth it. So for a rating on this one, I like this one a lot. I could see myself picking up this bottle 2 or 3, maybe even 4 more times. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. This is a great whiskey if you know somebody who likes Jameson and maybe they just want to change it up a little bit. Maybe they like stouts. This is a great one to give them, maybe as a gift. And also, it really reminds me of a like the Dalmore 12-year. And even though that is a single malt Scotch, the chocolatey, bitter kind of finish on that Dalmore 12 is almost the same as the finish on this. So they're both pretty similar with that finish. So like I said, if you like the Dalmore 12 and you like that kind of chocolatey, kind of bitter finish to it, I think you'll really like this one as well. But yeah, overall, it's a great whiskey. Mouthfeel, I'd say, is about medium. You definitely can't tell that it's diluted down to 40%, so there's a lot of like rich, flavorful taste to it. But also, there's not really too much of a heat, so I'm not really getting much heat with this, so I'm not really getting much of an alcohol burn. I'll pour myself a little bit more, actually. But like I said, overall, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, there you have it. If there's any other liquor beers or Irish whiskeys you guys like to see on my channel, definitely leave a comment below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for my upcoming videos on liquor and beer or whiskey. Thanks for watching. Cheers.